Good morning, guys. This is George from Cyprus, and today I'm going to be doing the betting against Mr. Coffee's day 1 video, but it's gonna be the pink video, the one that his camera wasn't working. So, okay, these are the rules of how I bet. I do not recommend it for anybody who has a casino near him, simply because it's got an element of huge risk, and if you lose that kind of money, you can't go back to the casino for a long time. In my case, I live at least 11,000 away from the nearest craps table, so I only get the chance to do this once every year or 2 years, depending on when I get to go to Vegas. So in that respect, I'm sorry that it's not going to be helpful, but you can actually scale it down to whatever you're able to play at what level you can play at. Okay, so the way I'm going to do it is going to be quite quick. I have the numbers here that Mr. Coffee rolled during his video. I'm just going to call them out. The rules are as follows. Start with a bankroll of 2,000. Don't bet before point established. Stop at a loss of about 1,200. So that's walk away from the table. After 2-point hits at the start, you go down to 110 inside, and then collect, press, and then collect, press, up to the point where you're yielding 105 every roll. So that's going to be 75 on the 5 and 9 and 90 on the 6 and 8. The last rule is after 10 rolls, go down to 110 and collect till 7 out. So there is both an element of conservatism as well as high risk in this betting method, which is why I'm very cautious of telling anybody to try it. But yeah, so we start off. The first draw was a 7. Nothing happens for me. I don't have a pass line bet. I don't have any money out there. The second point, he established a point of 4. So let's take a die and put it here. That was a 4. Immediately, I tell the dealer to put me at 300 on each of the inside numbers. And I pray to the gods that Mr. Coffee is going to roll, and he does roll a 9, which pays 420. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. That's my first hit, so I'm waiting for a second one. And in fact, he throws an 8. Now that 8 pays 350. That's it. I'm in the profit now. So what I do is I take all these down. And the 1,200. Change 100. I'll give it back to the bank and take 4 of these and go 110 inside and hope for the best. Now I have made a profit of 420 plus 350, that's 770. So all this is at risk, so whatever happens, I have secured a profit of 660 on my rack. The next point is an 11, the next is a 10, the next is a 2, a 3, and I start shouting at him, come on man, what's going on here? Shoot some numbers. The guy responds and he shoots a 6. So the first thing is I win 35 on the 6, but because I'm already in the profit, I press this to 60 and collect 5. So the next point is the next shot is an 11, a 12 is the next one, at which point he makes the all tall. Well done, man. The next point is a 3, at which point he only has to hit the 5 to get the all tall small, everything basically. And what does he do next? He 7s out. So a lot of people are very angry with him, but I'm quite happy just to lose this money. So this goes back. Okay, on his next roll, that's a 7 out, he starts again with a 4. He seems to like the 4. Then I have to put back my 1200. And he rolls an 8. And I'm very grateful for that. That's a $350 hit. Then he rolls a 12. Then he hits his point, so this is off. Then he hits another point, which is a 6. Then I'm getting very nervous, but he hits a 5, which is another 420 for me. At which point I take things down. I secure my profit, again 770. And now I tell the dealer to take me at 110 inside. He then continues to roll a 4, then the 8, which pays me 35. That's it over here. I press that to 60 and bank 5. Then he hits his point, which is a 6. So I get paid this money, and I tell the dealer to press me up to 60. I bank 5. There's a come out roll. He hits a 7 on the come out. People are cheering, obviously, whoever has the pass line. And then he continues on to hit the point 10. So now this is what's going on. I have pressed the 6 and 8, still waiting for a hit on the 5 and 9. He hits a 6. So this is time to collect 70. It's just collect. Then he hits, sorry, I paid myself less than I should. That's 70. Then he hits the 8. And again I get paid 70. Then he hits a 9. And I start saying, you beautiful man. The 9 gets pressed up. This is collected, by the way. Then he goes on to hit a 5. So I get this, I press and collect 10. Then he hits the 6. Okay, it's time to get 70. And pressed by 1 unit up, which takes me up to 90. 1, 2, 3. The rest goes here. Then he goes to hit a 4, another 4, another 4, and another one. I'm just kidding. And then he hits the 6 again. Gorgeous. That's a payout of 105. Then he hits a 3. Then he hits a 5, which I have just pressed, which gives me 70. He hits the 11, which gives him the all tall, and everybody's cheering. He needs only snake eyes to get the all tall small, but instead he hits the 5 again, and that pays me 70. So what I do is I press to 75. This is my money. And then he hits the 9. Beautiful man. That pays me 75. So I collect this one. He hits the 9 again. So now I get 75, give 5 back, and I press, and this goes in my rack. Hits a 6. The 6 is at 105, so we get 105. Then he hits another 4, another 4, a 9, which is 105. Let me just change this, like 3, 4, 5. 105, and then he hits his point 10. At this point his roll ends. So how did we do? I started with $2,000. 1, 2, 3. I think this is 1,200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this is what we ended up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 600. 1,000.
Okay, these are my 2,000 over here. I made 2,000, 200, 350, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 75, 380. So it's I made a profit of 2,358. And I'm very grateful. Thank you very much, Mr. Coffee. I'll be doing a follow-up just in a few minutes on how we did on his second roll. Thank you.